Hey, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk a bit about the transition in mindset going from being an employer and to start creating. And this is a huge shift in mentality and focus. And well, I think I started 4 years ago with creating when I went into photography and love to do that, but it's still very much a big transition. Been working all my life with different kinds of jobs, unskilled labor, not really interested in formal education, probably because I have some issues with concentration and focus, and just never had a dream job. Who dreams about working, huh? So, and today it is a challenge to break this cycle, because it's a deep pattern with and a habit going from just going to work, picking up a paycheck, and then go home. It becomes a very deep habit. How to change it? I'm 44 years old, and yeah, I would love to create fully and to make a living out of it, but the road to becoming independent and the change of mentality, it's really challenging. It's really challenging, and we know that change takes time, and risk is also a big part of change, right? So many times I thought about just quitting my job and going for photography, but how do you actually make a living out of it? Is it possible today with all these cell phones? And do you want to make your passion a full-time job? Is it then a passion? Then it's a job, right? So it's a paradox. And then you also have the aspect of lots of people take a formal education thinking that it will turn out, they have a fantasy or a picture of how the job will be. But then you come into this workplace and they have a policy. You have owners that has goals, and you are just working for other people, and there's compromise. Everything you do is an extension of the owners, the goals of the owners, and making money or fulfilling their idealistic dream or business plan. That's a trap, right? It's a common trap. So many of us fall into this trap. I've fallen into it for sure. But yeah, we all need money, right? So it's hard to break out of the cycle. And also the fear of what is on the other side if you go full solo without actually knowing the road ahead. It's yeah, it's not that easy, I would say. People, have lots of people speaking about this, just do it and so, but at the end of the day you have to pay rent, you have to be able to support yourself. I've been thinking about this for so long, and but then if the environment is the same, then it's the same impulses, right? It's the same impulses, and the definition of insanity is repeating the same stuff all over again and expecting different results. It was Einstein who said that. So yeah, just want to share my thoughts about this journey, and I would love to work with some creative field or creating full time. I think, not sure actually, but I've thought about it for many years. And but what can you do to make that dream come true? That's the big question. I don't have the answers yet. Probably will be at some point necessary to take some risk, because without risk there's no reward, right? And I think it's actually true. I don't think you can safeguard yourself into doing something you love. Has to be some risk involved. So yeah, it's good to talk about this sort of stuff, because or else it's just clogged up inside my head, and I think it's important to get it out there, no matter the reach. But it's a very important documentation tool as well. So if you have some insights, if you made it this far in the video, would love some feedback, no matter what kind of job you do. Maybe you have a story to tell from having a work some time in your life, like me, working in as an employer, and then what made you quit, or to be more specific, what was the shift? How did you manage to shift from being an employee to being a creative force? Would be very interesting with feedback. Probably more interested in the thought process or the step behind the change, rather than the actual field of work you have. But every feedback from me is very valuable. And so anyway, thanks for watching, and take care.